We all know about Amazon as a very innovative brand which has presence from e-commerce to cloud computing to space program. We know Jeff Bezos, the founder and former CEO, also one of the richest person on earth. Amazon is also believed to be one of the paymasters as employer. Until recently, I came to know about the union voting at Amazon fulfillment facility at Alabama, USA. Amazon claims they take best care of their employees. However, looking at the unionization effort at Amazon, we will try to find out the disconnect. Welcome everyone to the channel. I will keep on finding the answer to the questions that makes me wonder and urges me to explore more and find out answers. I will try to put forward the questions I had come across, and we'll also discuss about the findings that I had during the revelation. And now, let's start the video.
I'm Jeff Bezos.
What is your claim to fame?
I'm the founder of Amazon.com.
Intensely focused on scaling up.
Most important longer-term thinker alive.
World's most customer-obsessed company ever.
Big things start small.
Jeff Bezos made $11.5 million every hour of the pandemic, and yet he shared almost none of it with warehouse workers. Amazon reaped mind-boggling profits during the pandemic, and Jeff Bezos' personal wealth grew by about $70 billion. So even if he gave every U.S. Amazon employee a one-time $100,000 bonus, he'd still be nearly as rich as he was before the crisis.
It ain't fair to us working like we working and got him in this position he in, and he don't care about us and want to pay us.
$600,000 people at the company. Most of them are in the fulfillment centers, and they come to work every day. They stay for years. These are considered great jobs in the hundreds of communities where we have fulfillment centers all over the world. And in the US, we have almost every state has an operation in it, and people come to work because these are great jobs. They're safe. We pay double the minimum wage, the national minimum wage. We have terrific benefits. The benefits for the folks that work on the floor are the same benefits that my family has access to. Our family leave is like 20 weeks. So the rates are set so that we can accomplish what we need to, which is get orders to customers in a reasonable time and in a high quality way. And that creates a workplace that people want to come back to, and they do.
You know, you got to find little ways to cheat it, because once you hit rate, by the end of the week, they raise it, they bump it up again. Because they start saying, hey, people could hit those rates, could hit those numbers. Hey, let's push them a little harder.
Little blue line at the bottom of the screen, and it has like how many seconds that you have to have it done by the time it hits 0. And it puts you into panic mode. We're not treated as human beings. We're not even treated as robots. We're treated as part of the data stream.
As employees felt for a change, they started the effort to have a voting to decide whether to have a union at Amazon Alabama facility. Meanwhile, I came across many tweets regarding the unionization effort.
Now, Amazon workers in Alabama are voting to form the first union in the company's U.S. history.
I want people to understand that the packages that you get is on our back.
Now, Jennifer and other workers are taking on one of the most powerful companies on the planet with a vote later this month on whether to unionize. And they faced an avalanche of union busting in response. Workers say they've been spammed by anti-union text messages and emails and are subjected to vote no messaging along the walls and even bathrooms of the warehouse. Jefferson County even changed traffic signals outside the warehouse at Amazon's request. The union says it was to undermine canvassing efforts.
Did you know, during a union negotiation, no one can guarantee or predict the outcome of collective bargaining? Everything is on the table. You may end up with more the same or less than you already have today. For example, the union may accept fewer benefits for you in return for taking dues directly out of your check and sending them directly to the union.
The reason that Amazon is putting so much energy to try to defeat you is they know that if you succeed here, it will spread all over this country. And I just had a few minutes to chat with some of you about the heat. The fact that when you get a 30-minute break, it takes you 10 minutes to get to the break station and 10 minutes back.
Vote is actually happening. Ballots are being mailed out today, despite Amazon's best efforts to oppose this movement. I mean, there have been text messages sent several times a day to workers at this Alabama warehouse. There's a website. Amazon even tried to, through a lawsuit, delay this vote, but it is going ahead, and we should get the results, or they should start coming in rather, by around the end of March. And the implications, Brian, of course, are massive.
Amazon, they work these people so hard that they treat them like a machine. So when that machine breaks down, they just throw them out and get another.
I think that Amazon's strategy throughout has been to try to prevent the workers being able to express their desire for having a union. We saw that at the beginning of the process, and I expect to see it at the end of the process too. We've seen really egregious examples of what it is that an employer is willing to do in order to deny their workers union voice. At the end of the day, no matter what happens, we feel that the workers at Amazon have already won.
We don't believe that we need a union to be an intermediary between us and our employees. But of course, at the end of the day, it's always the employee's choice. And that's how it should be.
A Pew Research Center poll last year showed 55% of Americans hold a favorable view of unions. The Bureau of Labor Statistics found that last year, unionized workers made on average $191, or more than 22% more than non-union workers.
Even though we know that majority of American workers like to have union, and there are many benefits that union can offer to the employees, we have come to realize that employees at Amazon voted against union. In the Amazon fulfillment facility with 5,800 workers, only about 55% participated in voting, and only 738 voted for the union, which is roughly about 13% of the employee strength. Is it all because people did not want union in reality, or there are some role that Amazon has also played? Allegations started coming in from employees who wanted to unionize. As per the allegations, there are many strong anti-union steps that the Amazon has taken to stop the union effort, and they have also spread misleading information to employees.
We've exposed what it is that an employer does to try to crush a union at their workplace. We've created alliances between the civil rights movement and the labor movement, which are crucial. We have energized workers all over the country and in fact all over the world to stand up to their own employers. We've highlighted the conditions that workers endure every day when they go to work. There's no putting the genie back in the bottle.
If you're alone trying to stand up to Jeff Bezos and Amazon, you ain't going to get very much. But when you're together, standing up together, you can sit down and say, working conditions are not adequate. Wages are not adequate. Birmingham, Alabama, if you pull this off here, believe me, workers all over this country are going to be saying, if these people in Alabama could take on the wealthiest guy in the world, we can do it as well.